fire signs. Where are you? I know you want to hear this shit, damn it. Okay, well, let's just kind of start talking about it. So, welcome. Hello. Welcome, fire signs. I hope your reading goes much smoother than the air signs. Theirs took place in like 3 parts. The first one didn't work out at all, and then the second one got cut off, and the energy. So that is the swirly energy, and I believe that for those air signs, they're really going through it right now. Haha, my texting worked. Thanks, Lauren. So the fact that the air signs kept getting interrupted, and I had a lot of air signs show up too, really validates what they're going through and what they're experiencing, and that it's kind of a test of, I think they have a tendency to ignore their feelings. So what really became a test of, they really wanted to tap in. They really wanted to tap into what was going on. And so, of course, the universe kept interrupting that, like, how badly do you want to tap into this? How badly do you want to know this? So this energy right now of our Pisces full moon on Friday the 13th and a couple other things going on is this last little intense push of change. And a lot of it is the change of the internal work and letting go of things that no longer serve us internally and in our world around us, in order for us to really step into our purpose and the life that we are meant to lead, and to be happy, healthy people. So we also have the 999 portal that just opened on the 9th, and it closes on the 18th. And that is continued energy of things ending in order for things to begin again, all with purpose and reason. Then the first day of fall is coming up on the 22nd, the equinox. Libra season's the day after, and then our Libra full moon will be the 27th, 28th. I gotta look at the time. So have you been doing your internal work? Have you been paying attention and trying to grow and learn and evolve? The big theme for the last 3 or 4 months has been listening to our head and our heart, listening to our ego and our intuition, and giving them both equal space to exist and to help us. And now that we're experiencing this Pisces full moon, and we're kind of we have all this ending energy before we get to winter in the yin season. I really think that, like, the energy is actually very helpful that it's doing this right now. I know sometimes it interrupts the fun when the weather's nice, but there's a reason. It's pushing us all to this so that when the yin season comes around, we take advantage of relaxing. And it should mellow out a little bit after October, but enjoy that mellow because it will ramp up again once again. So the Pisces full moon is really pushing us to do that same thing we did with our head and our heart, to do that with our light and our shadow, and embracing both sides of that. So let's talk about it. So that's what we're getting into today, is how this full moon is representing for you, for my fire signs. Thank you for being here. If you're an Aries or a Leo or a Sagittarius, or if you have those people in your life and you are tuning in, that will be helpful also. And then I already did the other 3 elements, so you can go check those out on my page. So when I was right at the end of me shuffling and focusing on my questions for you guys today, the first is current energy. Oh, we're using a couple decks today because I wanted to have some fun. We're doing traditional tarot, and then I will be pulling a couple cards from the angel tarot from Lady Valentine to really represent our light. I don't want to say like that traditional tarot is shadow, but it has it's a better tool of like bringing up shadow and bringing up the lessons that we need to learn. And then the angel tarot is just like all light, all positivity. It's very, they specifically designed it to kind of really take that traditional darkness out of tarot. And then we will pull a magical mermaids and dolphins card. Apparently somebody is using the hose outside. If you can hear that, I'm so sorry. Of course, water. So get into our watery, dreamy feels. Okay, my fire signs. I love you, by the way. Did you know that? All right. So current energy, this popped out. Everyone's current energy for this season, for this full moon, has been something in reverse. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they were all in reverse. Maybe water signs might not have been, but that's because we're in their element. We're in the water sign element. We are getting into the feels. And Sagittarius, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, you guys are the second best about getting in your feels. It's like from the most emotional to least emotional, it's like water, fire, earth, air. Okay? So it's all about getting into our feels and where that comes from. And for you, I'm back. I was hoping wait for a couple other people. This internet thing is killing me. Of course it is. I have a Sagittarius rising. This is also testing my patience. We are not good with patience at all. Okay. So if you're just joining us again, or if you hadn't joined us before, please go watch the beginning in the first video. We're having some issues today. The first two readings went fine, and then the last two ones are just not happening. And of course, the hose is being used outside right now, you know. So we were talking about our Pisces full moon and the energy it's bringing for you, lovely fire signs, and your current energy being 9 of Swords in reverse. And I feel like this has come up for you guys a couple times. That last new moon, that last new moon, it brought a lot of air energy. So it brought, and especially those of us who are really good at being in our emotions, like we needed some balancing out of using our brain a little bit more. And so still there's something that like you guys aren't really listening to. Does that make sense? It still feels like I could have sworn we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I could have sworn it was for fire signs, that like your dreams and your subconscious are trying to tell you something and you're just not listening. You know? You're just not listening. And if you just joined me, I'm sorry I'm having technical difficulties. The first video posted and it gives you my little rundown, and we just started pulling cards. So 9 of Swords in reverse. It's, you know, turmoil, struggle, bad dreams, feeling hopeless, like you can't get out of the situation, but it's the 9. Again, here's our 9 energy. You're nearing the end. It's pushing you to it. And there's something in your subconscious that you are not listening to. And this Pisces full moon is really trying to get you deep down in there. So it's feeling a little bit like you need to, what's the word? Surrender. There's a little bit of surrendering that needs to go on. And that with your head and your heart, it feels like there's just like one little thing like missing. I don't know why I felt like so, I don't know, it's weird. I got this like vision of like sewing them together, which I think you guys would be really good at. But yeah, there's a lot of like resistance and blockage coming up this time too with everybody, like because it's getting to the point where you're really having to like look at the shit, and it's not fun. Looking at shit is not the best, but it's the only way you can turn it into fertilizer. Okay. So, So then we are asking our angel tarot what your message from your light is, and what just came out was the 8 of Air, which is the 8 of Swords in traditional tarot, and it says, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. Did I not just say that this is kind of like feeling like you feel like you're trapped, but you're not? A lack of self-confidence. That is so weird, because the air signs that I know, or sorry, not air, I just did air. The fire signs that I know are pretty freaking confident, and when you're not confident, you're cocky. So what's going on? What are you allowing yourself? It's almost like you're allowing your thoughts to trap you, but at the same time, you're not listening to them. Does that make sense? You know, y'all, the messages for everybody else came through just fine, but the theme has been kind of resistance. Like there's a lot of resistance of going there. You're just like, I don't want to go there, because of course you're very positive. Fire signs are really positive, and you're like, bitch, don't kill my vibe. Like I'm not going there. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going, because I'm sure the more we get a better picture here, because that went like backwards. First you had the 9 of Swords, and then we have the 8 of Swords. So like the 8 of Swords, or the 8 of Air, is basically what's like keeping you here. See, because it's reversed, it's like you haven't quite. It's like you can't move forward yet, because you haven't quite mastered those little lessons there. So let's see what the lesson from your shadow is, because that might then help. And then we'll ask the angel tarot again, like what the advice is. What? What does this even mean? Your shadow is the lesson from your shadow is about you making money, or you manifesting things in your physical life. Do you not understand that your thoughts create your world? It feels almost like a big self-fulfilling prophecy, y'all. And I'm tired of having to call all of you out, okay? Because what? Your mind is like keeping you. It's like your mind is keeping you from manifesting what you deserve, or even keeping you from like those first steps, or something's like blockage. There's so much blockage going on. Stop it. Everyone's getting in their own way. Stop it. It's like you have these things that you want to manifest, but you keep telling yourself that you're trapped and you can't. It's like you're afraid to take action, but then here's your action. It's like you want to. You see the vision, you see what you want, but it's like you don't believe that you can have it, or you don't believe that you deserve it. And this is telling you that you do. You do deserve it. Let's read this 8 of Air really quick, just to see because I like their interpretations are a little different in the Angel Tarot. That's why I brought it out, so we can get a little different. 8 of Air. You needn't stay in your present situation if you're unhappy. Okay? Although you may feel there's no way out, look again. There are plenty of possibilities for freeing yourself from this situation in a healthy and harmonious way. First, though, you must feel more confident about your abilities. Believe in yourself and keep your thoughts positive right now. The key to freedom and success at this time is to see the truth of the situation and then act with faith. It is. It feels like you guys are like there's this thing that you want to believe that's not true. So you're telling yourself that you have to stay there. You're stuck. You're trapped. And it's preventing you from actually like manifesting like what you want. Like, look, he's like, oh, I want that. Look how pretty it is. And I know that I want it, but I'm not going to admit it to myself. And I'm not going to admit it to anybody else, because if I don't get it, I'm going to be disappointed. So if I don't admit that I want it, then I won't be disappointed. Jordan, you're an air sign. Go watch the air signs. I love you, Jordan. These do still work if you have other placings. I mean, they work for everybody because we all have those placings, basically, but different levels of effectiveness. So why aren't you being honest with what you really want? What are you afraid of? You know? What are you afraid of? Why are you keeping yourself trapped? You know, the Eight of Air, when it comes up, it's an illusion. You're not really trapped. It's weird. It's like it's like shadow cards came up in your light position, and then like the light cards came up in your shadow position. So there's this weird opposition happening, and it doesn't feel right. And it's like this is hiding in your shadow. This is the great thing, is that your success is hiding in your shadow. It's hiding in here, in your shadow. Look at it. Look at the opposites. This is current energy. Along with the Eight of Air, like, this is what's going on right now. This is preventing you from being in your light. Your message from your light is that you're preventing yourself from being in it, because you have to look at shadow in order to get into your light. Okay? I'm sorry. I know you don't want to be sad, but you're just gonna have to be sad. Just gonna have to make some hard decisions every now and then, y'all. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, and I am here to help you. Yep. It's okay if it didn't happen. Like, it's choosing things for the right reasons, not because you feel like you have to do them. I have a tendency to do that. It's, oh my God, so many cards. Because I have a Sagittarius rising. It's, yeah, like, don't take something just because the money's good. Like, it has to make you feel good too. Does that make sense? We were talking about this with the air signs too. Like, don't just jump to something because it's there, because you need to fill a hole. Oh my God, you have the Nine of Swords again in the Angel Tarot. 3 cards just popped out for your advice and your next step. Expecting the worst. Self-fulfilling prophecies. Hello. What did I just say? What did I just say? Rewind the tapes. Did I not say earlier, this feels like a self-fulfilling prophecy? You're not going to get your hopes up. You're not going to admit what you really want, so that you don't get so disappointed. So then when it doesn't happen, you're like, see, I knew it wasn't going to happen anyway, and that's why I didn't. But then deep down you're hurt, because you're like, I should have done what it took to actually do that, because now I'm sad that I didn't get it. This is how I feel with the earth signs. I just want to shake you because you're awesome, because you're so much better than that, because you have so much to offer the world. You guys are such bright lights. Seriously. Let's look at it. 3 cards came out. So then we have, the Emperor with Archangel Michael. Aries. This is the Aries card. organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. And then you got the Six of Earth, gift of money, time, or effort, new careers, opportunities, retrieving loan, or paying off debts. This is the Six of Pentacles, all about nurturing energy, equal exchange of energy and money, and that sort of like that give and take, finding the balance of the give and take. There's like a sacrifice happening too, but you don't want to do it. I don't understand what you guys are doing. We have all this air, and then we have all this earth, and then we have the Emperor, which is you, which is the beginning of the fire signs. And he's the shit. He takes a licking and he keeps on ticking, and he, he's the daddy of the tarot. That's what I like to call him. He's our tarot daddy. But here's your sweet fire energy. And it's like you're getting in your own way. It's like, here's all this shitty air energy. Here's you and what you could have. You could have this nurturing great thing and all this nurturing money and be what you're doing, but you have to admit what you want. And I'm serious. Can you tell I'm getting serious? You have to admit what you want to yourself. Okay? That is why your intuition is trying to tell you something. Your dreams are trying to tell you something, and you don't want to listen. I don't want to admit that I actually want that thing. But you do. And it's not, if you don't admit it, it's not going to turn out well. If you don't admit it and then dedicate to it, structure and discipline, like, you're going to miss out on these great gifts. Your gifts are here waiting for you. These are gifts that you deserve. And you're, for some reason, telling yourself that you don't want them or deserve them. And then, in fact, you're telling the universe that. So then they're not going to give it to you. Okay? I keep trying to make these videos short, but damn it, the messages. Okay, let's read about the Emperor, since he's our fire sign here. It's important to cultivate logic, discipline, and order right now. This card signifies that although your dreams are valid and sound, they still need guidelines and organization so they can manifest properly. Admit you want it. Figure out what you need to do to get it. Intention, goal, action. This reminds me of when, like, all this, like, the manifestation of your life, and like all you have to do is think positively, and the secret, and blah 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 blah. That's a part of it. There is a part of it. You have to you have to figure out what your vision is. You have to, see what you want and what your purpose is. And you have to manifest it, of course, but you have to take action. This isn't like, oh, I'll just sit here and meditate every day, and I'll just envision it every day, and then I'll just go about my life like nothing's different, and like I don't really want it to change, and then I'll just hope for it to change, but I'm not actually going to do anything that could help me, and I'm not actually going to do anything that would invest in it, and I'm not even going to read the steps that I'm supposed to take to apply for this thing, or to win this thing, or to get this job. I'm just going to kind of maybe put a little bit in there. No, stop it. You're fire signs. You fucking get in there and you show them who's boss. You have all this magnetism about you. You have all the capabilities. What are you doing? Stop it. I'm mad at you guys because you're better than this, okay? All right. Create a detailed plan for how you'll proceed and maintain kind but authoritative control over how that plan is implemented. Feel empowered to take a leadership role in your career and any projects you're working on. Structure and order are your friends as you move from the preparation stage into the execution of your plans. Believe in your ability to be positive and a diplomatic leader. You can do this. Believe in your abilities. You have them. Get organized so you can be more effective. Additional meaning of the card, the desire to be a success. Admit that you want to be successful. Admit that you deserve it. And go after it. Stability, making wise choices, security. Archangel Michael is the angel of strength and protection and oversees everyone's life purpose. Call upon Michael for courage and strength as you make important and necessary life changes. Excuse me, I've been talking a lot. He can also help you focus your logical mind and left brain talents upon your projects. So yeah, there's definitely there is a need for balance here. Left brain, right brain, ego, intuition, shadow, light. It's time to embrace both. It's time to embrace both, get to know both so that you can move forward. You deserve it, you guys. Like these are very auspicious cards. And you have all the power and capability and ability to do it. Stop getting yourself stuck here. Stop this. Stop it. Give me your little hands. I'm going to slap them. Okay. Thank you. Affirmations. Yes. Thank you, Desiree. That's a great idea, especially when your brain is like doing its own thing. You have to, like, I got stuff written down everywhere. Right? I got, little alarms on my phone that come up sometime. Like you have a purpose here, like to just remind you to keep moving forward. Have something like, I am capable of doing this. I'm capable of success. I deserve success. It's whatever you're trying to manifest, make it visual so that you know what your focus is, so that it can drive your thoughts and your feelings and your actions. Good one. Okay. One last card. Mermaids and dolphins. Ooh, yes. I told you, you all know what's going on. Yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Boom. You're ignoring stuff. I told you were. I called it. Yes, 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 yes. That's the last card in here. Okay. Oh, nope, second last. You're fairly certain about your next move. That's what the book says. I know you're not fairly certain. I know that you're certain, and you are certainly ignoring it. And you pulled this card as additional validation, which will spur you into action. This card confirms that your intuition is accurate and that you can trust it fully. The joy you feel knowing that your intuitive feelings are valid may be tempered by the fear of making life changes. Heaven wants you to know, however, that all the details are being taken care of. You're supported in all ways as long as you ask for help and then accept it as it comes to you in various forms. Ooh. Well, that feels good. You guys just have to see, remind yourself, not even see, it's remind. You know how awesome you are. You know. You've done awesome things. You're funny, you're personable, you're magnetic. You have all the capability, you have the passion, you have the drive, you know what you want. There very rarely do I meet an air sign or earth sign. I'm going through fire, and I know I'm talking to fire sign that doesn't know what they want. So you just have to, apparently what you want is either of abnormal, maybe you're afraid of being judged, maybe you're afraid of, once you make the decision, there's like a whole ripple effect of how things will change. I get it. I do. And if we need to talk about your personal story and what's going on for you and how we can give you some guidance to get through this, please reach out to me. Okay? Because then we can get more detail, we can get more deep, and we can find other ways that you can get through this, because you can't stay here. You've got 2 of these cards, this one and this one. They're the same card. It's like, you didn't hear the lesson, here it is again, and then this is the one right before it. This is not a fun place to be. It's just not. It's kind of tragic, and you're better than that. And you deserve better than that, and you're more positive than that. So slap your little hand, go take care of business, okay? All right. Just keep going over longer and longer. Thank you for sticking with me through technical difficulties. I am so sorry. And thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. I really am loving doing these, and they're now on Meryl's Mystic. They will be on YouTube for people. If your friends don't have YouTube or don't have Facebook, you can send them this. On YouTube, please check out all of my links if you haven't. You can book with me really easily online. I have a newsletter. You guys are my last one. Can you tell that, like, I'm just drained now from all of it. Everyone was intense today, man. But I'm giving you all hugs, ghost hugs through the internet. And I love you all. Thank you so much again. And I'm so happy to be here to support you as we fly through space together on this magical rock. Okay. I will see you next time. Bye.